Hey gamers, Rick here with Game Trade Media coming to you from GenCon 2018 inside Lucas Oil Stadium. I've got Ross from IDW. Welcome, Ross.
How you doing, Rick?
I love it. I love having you at my table.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, and you brought us something different, something new.
That's right.
In what is this? Batman, the Animated Series, Gotham City Under Siege.
Gotham City Under Siege. That is right. Yeah.
What's going on here?
So this is the newest game from Richard Lanius.
Okay.
It's from IDW. So it's a 1 to 5 player co-op dice allocation threat management game.
Wow.
Right? It's a lot of stuff, but it totally makes sense.
It
right?
totally makes sense.
It's from the Batman the Animated Series, which we all know and love. Grew up with for a long time. Super good. And one of the fun things about this game, first off, is it's all new art.
What?
It's Batman art.
So any art that's in this was never in the series or
Correct.
in the comics?
Yeah. So it's all new art.
That's sick.
I think it's just.
Yeah.
I just think for the first off,
That's amazing.
If you're a Batman fan, like this is going to be just a fun piece to have, right?
Yeah.
And so along with that, it's a game where you play as Batman, you play as Robin, you play as Batgirl, you play as Commissioner Gordon and Montoya, you can play as Catwoman, and the whole point of the game is you're trying to save Gotham City.
Okay.
And so at the beginning of the game, and then throughout the game, you're going to play through 4 acts.
Okay.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and they get harder as they go on.
Okay.
And at the beginning of each act, that's when Gotham City gets invaded.
Okay.
And so depending on the number, which we have on the card right here, right? So depending on the number of heroes you've got, because it's 1 to 5 players, so not number of players, number of heroes you're using.
Okay.
It tells you how many cards that you're going to flip out. So you get these little story cards that you can flip out here, and that'll give you things that are happening.
Okay.
So like we have a gas attack or street thugs, and so that'll tell you different things you have to do. So for the gas attack during the game, you're going to need to make sure that you put at least up to awesome.
It says if not defeated, destroy 1 building, or each hero discards 1 skill token or skill card.
Right.
You'll get a nice little look at that.
Yeah. So you've got to make sure that you put at least 10 worth of pips from your dice onto that.
Wow.
That
Okay.
card. And so, and then the other one there is street thugs, and so then you get to place 10 random villain tokens, which we've got in this cool little bag right here, and they'll go over the board. I already put them out too, as kind of a little layout with the thugs and the henchmen and the different guys there.
Right.
So then, along with that, then we'll flip out our masterminds, and the masterminds are in a deck right here, and I've already kind of put some of them out as well. So we have like the Clock King and Harley Quinn and all these different characters, and when they come out, they have different things they do as well. Like so when Harley Quinn comes out, and it's super cool art with Harley, right? And we're doing right there. Woo,
Nice.
I'm going to get you put in. Right, so she does that, and she puts out more henchmen.
Okay.
And more little thugs, where like the Clock King, he could do a thing that says, lose bat signal points equal to the number of heroes on the Clock King battlefield when he appears.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you say battlefield, is it the zone in which he is, the building zone he's in, or is it the entire field?
So there are 4 battlefields, right?
Okay.
So it's north, south, east, and west.
All right.
And so they're going to go down on the board, which that would all depend on the city tracker board here. So that'll tell you which way is north, south, east, and west.
Okay.
And so even though I just kind of put them out, that'd be where they would go.
Okay.
Right. And then along with that, then you would flip out the extra villains. And so any more that we need, we'd go into the bag, we'd draw some out, and then we'd be like, oh, cool, we've got these guys we need to put out. And so then we put them on the board.
Nice.
And they go in certain places on the different battlefield as well.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, that's...
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of... it's Under Siege.
It's Under Siege, right? Yeah, so you've got the story cards you got to deal with. You got the villains. You got all the different masterminds. And okay, then what do we do?
Right.
Right, so then... we have our characters, and they've got really cool character cards. We've got Robin, we've got Batgirl, Commissioner Gordon and Montoya.
Commissioner Gordon and Montoya looks amazing. I have questions.
Yeah.
Based on the what I'm seeing here on the cards is 1 + 7, a 6, and they have different abilities.
That's right.
So
what you do on your turn?
Yeah.
Is you'd roll your dice. So I'll pick up Batman's dice.
Of course.
Here, so I got a 1, a 5, and a 6, another 6, right? So I can choose one of those dice on my turn, and I can allocate it either to on my character board, or I can also use like my generic ability to just go and just punch guys. Right? So like this one here is like, hey, it's unlimited, so you can keep putting dice on there to do things. Or at the same time, you also have these action cards, these story cards you can deal with. So I could take like one of my 6s, and I could put it on heroic leadership that says, when actively when activated by placing a 6 die, deals 6 damage to villains on Batman's battlefield.
Wow.
Afterward, another hero on Batman's battlefield or on the rooftops returns 1 die from their character card to the active dice pool.
Nice.
Which is cool. So you'd take one of your cards you'd already played, dice, and then put it back, which is great because it gives you another action, essentially, right?
That's amazing.
It is. Or you could put it here, and that would help us kind of along our beat out more of those story cards.
Okay.
And then skipping ahead, like after all of our dice have finished up, and we've done all of our abilities, and we can't roll any more dice, then we look at how many things are left on the board, right? So hopefully by then we've defeated all the different thugs and the different henchmen, the masterminds, and hopefully we've completed enough of these story cards where they're completed.
Right.
But if they aren't, then bad stuff happens.
Bad things happen.
Right?
Okay.
Bad things happen. And so then at that point, either like the thugs or the henchmen, all the little villains that are out, they can roll, and if on odd numbers, they can blow up the buildings.
Oh.
Which is bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super bad, right? So let's say these guys, we didn't deal with these thugs. They were sneaky, and that happened up. And then this would be boom. So we can see on the card right there, it's got a cool little explosion or casualty. No.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. So then we'd go to our Gotham City track board right here, right? So we have the civilian counter, the cute little face.
Oh, yeah.
And the big explosion. And so that would move down. So
Okay.
we would then move that down. So we need to defeat all 4 acts before these get to 0.
Okay.
And that's essentially what you're doing in this game.
Right. One of the things we haven't talked about that's on this table right now that is looking really amazing. If you can see it in the overhead, maybe let's take a look. There's something right here. In this zone right here. You can't.
Now, would you say those are little minis?
I would say they're tiny little minis.
Now,
are they happy?
Are they happy?
I believe they may be happy.
I believe they may be
little minis. But check this out for every corresponding.
Every character they've got a marker, right? So they have these cool characters. So we have Batman, we've got Montoya and Gordon, we've got Catwoman, we've got Robin, we've got Batgirl. So they're all sculpted by Brian Dugas, super awesome sculptor, and these are all these are the ones that are going to be going on, and so that's how we use it to mark where our battlefield is,
right?
And at the same time, the heroes, so like the superheroes, so Batgirl, Robin, Batman, and so on, they can be on the rooftops during the game.
Nice.
Which then gives them the ability to almost attack any battlefield.
Oh, wow.
Because they're on the rooftop and they can make sure they can swing out to do different things.
That's sick.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right now, the Commissioner Gordon and Montoya, they can't get up, but that's okay because they're going to be battling it out in the streets.
Yeah, as they do.
As they do.
And everybody else. And the fact that you've got Catwoman here, is Catwoman a hero in the story?
She's a hero. She's a hero. I mean, like, she's one of those almost anti-heroes. Helps out Batman when she feels
when convenient for her.
I mean, when convenient for her. I mean, she does love him, right? Who or not? Who knows? In current comic issues and stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So she's in the game as a hero, and it's always fun to be able to kind of throw in more,
right?
Because the more characters you can have, the more things you can do. So we don't have any managers for villains or anything like that. This is just a cooperative hero game.
Like it.
But definitely, like we do enjoy the animated series license, so it'd be cool to see whatever happens with that.
Yeah, who knows what could happen
in
the future.
Yeah. But for right now, we have the Gotham City Under Siege.
So with Gotham City Under Siege, when is this available?
So this is going to be available at end of August, mid-September, depending on when the villains attack, and Batman can make sure that Wayne Enterprises gets to us.
I love it.
Right, I love little puns. I know. I'm dumb. But,
and if the Joker doesn't thwart the product coming over on the water and getting to the retailers, how much is it going to cost?
$49.99.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's got all these pieces here, all the buildings, and one of the fun things with these buildings too is they nestle. Right. So you can get them right in there. So that way it stores really good too.
I love it.
Which is fun. Me too. Yeah.
So with that cost, I would pay $10 for this miniature.
It's a cool mini.
And I would pay $10 for the Commissioner Gordon and Montoya, right? Montoya?
Yeah.
And then they all look amazing. So your value alone is in the miniatures.
Well, the miniatures are really
good. And the game is priceless.
Well, and then it's all this art too, right? So you got this really cool. Here's a cool devious plot card. And the
artwork is sick.
The artwork is just super fun, right? So you get a lot of this new art. I'm going to stay right there. We'll get you some more. Sorry, I'm jumping around. But you get these cool art pieces, right?
Yeah, those are so good.
It's just nice because we were able to play around and be like, hey, who wants to do stuff with the animated series?
Right.
And we found some guys that really knew their stuff.
Right.
And it's been fantastic. And the gameplay is really good. Our volunteers who've been running it all weekend, they're like, oh man, we're really excited the week to play Batman, and so they've been taking it and playing it every night.
Oh,
out in the game hall,
out in the wild.
Yeah. So they came in this morning. And they're like, man, we played 3 games last night, and it was just crazy.
Nice.
Like we got to Act 3, and it revved up, and then like this game is so good. Thanks for letting. And I'm just like, oh, I love you guys. Like I'm
That's
so glad
awesome.
you got to enjoy that. So and then Lanius and like Mike Michael and the different people that have been coming around, like the guys that made the game, like they've been sneaking in on the demos and hamming it. I'm like, oh, I'm demoing the game too.
That's
and
awesome.
And
it also speaks well to the enjoyment that people are getting from this game. If the designer, a lot of times a designer, once they've designed a game, they want to move on to their next because they may just be a little like, I'm a little tired right now of, because I've
been seeing it so much.
Yeah, or if I've played so much, now I see things that I should have done or could have done differently. But the fact that he's coming in is like, don't tell him it's me.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he's excited, and he's like, okay, I want to be Commissioner Gordon, and then into the game,
and then there was like, it's me, I'm a designer, right? Well, it's just fun because it's really cool, and everyone they really did a good job with showing off all the different abilities and really capturing the theme of the game.
Absolutely. But
then also when your characters get damaged, which this is more art too, but they get damaged, they have a whole other side.
Ooh, so Batman goes from the Dark Knight in the shadows to the hey man, my suit's got a rip in it, and I don't really feel good. Alfred, bring the car around.
So I think my favorite out of all this is I probably shouldn't cover this, but it's so funny. So like we got Robin, right, and he's like, oh, I'm Robin, but when he gets hurt, I gotta get a breather, Batman.
Check this out. He's like, there he is. I am Robin, loyal sidekick, and then I'm like, I
got a cramp.
Well, I've been fighting for hours.
Yeah, it's great. So it's great. So it's been really cool. Like all the different you got going on. Yeah, and
they're all good.
Yeah, and so it's fantastic, and it's all the different stuff. Because all the other little like Batman's definitely kind of like I come in and I smash the masterminds, and the Commissioner Gordon in Montoya. They use a lot of these extra dice.
Okay.
So there's a whole bunch of extra dice they can use because they can't go up on
the roof
on all the different battlefields. So they have a lot of these extra hero dice and extra battle dice that you can activate.
Nice.
Batgirl's doing certain punches and kicks, and Robin's got stuff, and then Catwoman, and Act 3 and on, she's really useful at taking out a lot of the masterminds and things.
Cool.
And so it's really neat to be able to kind of like, figure out which characters you want to play with and go from there. And so, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Very cool. So there you have it, everybody. If you want to find out more about IDW Games, you can check them out on all their social media platforms. The website is
IDWGames.com.
Simple.
IDWPublishing.com. Yeah. I mean, like we're on our social medias with Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Yeah. You name it.
And on that note, I'm Rick.
I'm Ross.
See you at the game store.
Have fun.
Thanks for watching Game Trade Media. Make sure to leave us a like and click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new content.